Tonight, Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Republican challenger Tudor Dixon facing off on our debate stage.
The candidates clashed on the issues, each trying to prove their vision for Michigan is the best way to go. Here's a recap. From the pandemic to schools to gun laws, the candidates sparred over every topic put in front of them in their first face-off. The first question, one at the forefront of the campaign, abortion rights.
Michigan could revert to a 1931 law that makes it a felony, no exceptions for rape or incest, criminalizing doctors and nurses. The only reason that law is not in effect right now is because of my lawsuit stopping it.
My position on abortion is clear. I am pro-life with exceptions for life of the mother. But I understand that this is going to be decided by the people of the state of Michigan or by a judge.
And would they uphold the results of the Prop 3 ballot initiative?
I've been very clear on this, and I've made this statement multiple times. I will always respect the will of the voter.
I think it's really ironic when Mrs. Dixon stands here and says that she will accept the will of the people. This is a candidate who still denies the outcome of the 2020 election.
School safety, also a hot topic, with the candidates touching on recent school shootings.
The same month as the Oxford school shooting, where 4 children were murdered, 8 were injured, and the community was terrorized. Tudor Dixon posted on her social media a picture of her shooting a gun with the caption that said, "Gun control means using both hands." She is too dangerous and too out of touch to be trusted with protecting our kids. She'll put the Second Amendment before second graders every time. We cannot let that happen.
Gretchen Whitmer's made it pretty clear. She wants to make sure she takes away any protection you can have. She wouldn't allow protection even inside of the school, where we know that's the best case scenario if we have someone that can shoot down a shooter, shoot down a threat. But she doesn't want anything like that. She wants to make sure your kids are in a sitting duck zone, where there can be no guns and there's no protection against them. The idea that she thinks that having any type of weapon is too dangerous for the state of Michigan, she'll take all of your guns away.
On the subject of the pandemic, Dixon called the governor's response horrendous, saying she didn't listen to expert advice.
But we have the letter from the Nursing Home Association that said, whatever you do, don't send COVID-positive patients into nursing homes. And yet the governor did. When Andrew Cuomo even backed off of this, Governor Whitmer doubled down. She even tried to hide the final report of the numbers of how many deaths we had.
None of what my opponent just said is true. It just isn't. Here are the facts. While my life was being threatened for making hard decisions to save lives across our state, Mrs. Dixon was spreading conspiracy theories. Mrs. Dixon was downplaying masks, saying that this would go away without getting vaccinated. She said kids couldn't get COVID. Had she been governor during the pandemic, thousands more people would have died. A lot of those deaths would have been in our nursing homes.
Our state's continuing recovery from the pandemic, Governor Whitmer touting the progress, pushing back on Dixon's claim that it's slow.
The report came out today showing that Michigan is in a terribly slow recovery. In fact, we've lost more small businesses than any other state except for New York. We're tied for losing the most small businesses. We've also lost 82,000 jobs while Gretchen Whitmer was in office.
Michigan's economic recovery is the fastest than any we've seen in our history. We have one of the strongest economic recoveries in the country. We know that we are seeing small business growth that's outpaced any year that we've seen in the last 23 years. We've made record investments when it comes to securing the future of the auto industry here. We are building the future of the economy.
And we were the first news organization to question both of the candidates immediately after that debate ended.
We asked about their message to the voters as the election grows closer. You are up in the polls, but the race seems to be tightening. What is your closing argument here in the final weeks?
I think there's a lot at stake in this election. It's a question of whether or not we're going to continue to have full bodily autonomy as women. It is a question of whether or not we're going to count every vote, whether we are going to call out threats of violence and conspiracy theories that undermine and threaten our democracy.
You were not shy about going on the attack tonight. Were you trying to break through to some of those undecided voters?
You know, I have a responsibility of speaking up for everybody in the state who has wanted to say these things for so long, and I took that seriously.
The distinctions are pretty clear in this debate. What do you think the viewer took away from us tonight?
I hope that they saw that there is a stark choice to be made here. We have delivered on some wonderful fronts for this state. We've got more good work to do, and I'm excited and optimistic about our future.
What is your final message going into these final weeks of the campaign?
You know, we want to bring education back in the state. We want to protect our families and make sure we have safe cities. And we want to increase the economic status of Michigan and make sure we're #1 again.
Before tonight's debate, a poll came out showing Governor Whitmer with an 11-point lead over Dixon. 9% of those who responded to the poll said they are still undecided.
And political reporter Rick Albin moderated tonight's debate. Rick, great job.
Thanks. It was a lot of fun.
We talked about the poll numbers there just off camera for a brief moment. This race is tightening. What did this debate do anything moving forward?
Ron, I think that's such a great question, and I wish I had an answer for you. You know, we've talked about this before. I think the debates tend to reinforce the way people feel about candidates going into them. And unless a candidate has like a really big gap, and nobody did tonight, I don't think you hurt yourself too badly. But with that said, this is a different environment. We have a very unsettled electorate, and I'm not exactly sure where these voters go or what tonight will mean to them. And I also think it's important that when you talk about this debate, you are talking about a stark contrast between these two candidates. And you've seen all the ads, you've seen all of the extra conversation, but this is the first time you've seen them stand side by side, diametrically opposed, essentially calling each other a liar, saying that they were misrepresenting their positions. And I think that there was a real stark contrast tonight. And because of that, I think this debate, probably the most widely disseminated debate we've ever done, may actually have some impact, but I still couldn't tell you what that impact is going to be.
Sure. What do you think voters then who watch this are looking for as we go forward from this debate?
I think one of the things that they may be looking for is clarity about both the candidates. You just say, but Gretchen Whitmer has been around for a long time. That's true, she has. But I think they want to know specifically on some of these issues. And that's why I tried to peel back as much as I could and get as specific as they would. And I appreciate the fact that candidates on most issues got pretty close to that. But I think the other thing you have to think about, and going back to that poll, it's not just the polling or the undecided, because those will probably split pretty proportionately, but it's the fact that people haven't voted yet. We're right in the midst of it with absentee, no reason absentee. But in those polls, they are leaning towards or considering voting for people. So this is the moment when people could say, you know, I think I'll lean the other way if they haven't cast that vote yet. Now, will that happen? There's no way I can predict that. But I know that both candidates came tonight, made their cases, and if you didn't know who they were or where they stood before, you sure as heck do now.
Yeah, sure do. Well, great job.
Thank you.
As always.
Thanks.
Rick, thank you. If you'd like to watch the full debate, we do have it posted on our website. We also have reactions and analysis, all at woodtv.com.